Good morning, students. I am Swati Rekana. I am from Srikakulam. So, Patamamali KGBB. I am a zoology lecturer. Today we are going to teach a lesson about immune system. In your intermediate syllabus, it is in 4B unit. And immune system, immunity. What is immunity? Immunity means, nowadays we are facing so many problems. You know that. Why you are in your home and why teaching in the camera. So, every day we are exposed to large number of infectious agents. Nowadays main problem is corona. That corona means COVID-19, which caused by COVID-19 virus. So, why this virus is spreading? Because of lack of immunity in our body. So, how can we develop this immunity? If you will have more immunity, so we can defeat this coronavirus. Every day you are facing so many problems like cough, cold, fever like problems. But even if you will do not take medicines, without taking medicines, you can improve your health because of this immunity. So, every day we are exposed to large number of infectious agents. So, only few of them cause diseases. Why? It is due to the fact that the body is able to defend itself from them. So, defense. What is defense? When any infectious organisms enters into your body, normally the body acts as a defense mechanism. That is a immune system. So, today we will learn about immunity, immune system, immunology. So, these all things we will discuss about. So, first of all, what is immunity? Immunity means the ability an individual to fight against the diseases, which is called immunity. So, this immunity deals with our immune system. So, this immune system means, what is immune system? The immune system means the network of organs, cells and proteins that protect the body from the harmful infectious agents like bacteria, fungus, microbes and parasites, viruses. Parasites, you learn in first year, endoparasites, ectoparasites, protozoans, okay, and some other animal parasites. They are the parasites. So, that is called the immune system, the network of organs, cells and the proteins that protect the body from the harmful infectious agents. So, what are the infect agents? Bacteria, fungus, animal parasites, viruses. So, virus, coronavirus, like that. Example is current coronavirus. So, this immunology means the study of immune system. So, these immune system deals with the immunology. So, immunology means the study of all these parasites. It means these all things. The study of immune system, that is called immunology. So, this immunology, who postulated this word, who know about, means who studied about this immunology? Edward Jenner, the scientist. Edward Jenner is known as the father of immunology. He studied about these all immune system and he known as the father of immunology. So, what is immunity? Immunity means it's a self-guard system, bodyguard system. Bodyguard system with a powerful arsenals. Arsenals means weapons. So, these weapons help us to fight against the parasites, fungus and viruses. So, this bodyguard system always affects our body. It means 24 hours. In every time they will protect our body. So in this lesson, first of all we have to know about the basic concepts of this immunity. So what are the basic concepts of this immunology? So 5-6 basic concepts are there. First one is lines of defenses, cells, organs, and soluble mediators of immune system. Antigens, types of immunity, mechanism of immunity, and immunological disorders. So there are so many basic concepts in the immunology. First of all, you have to know about the basic concepts in the immunology. So this immunity is having two types. First one is innate immunity and second one is acquired immunity. This innate immunity gets by birth. When the child born means it, by birth this innate immunity develops in the baby. So acquired immunity. What is acquired immunity? Acquired immunity means after birth it will develops. Means this immunity after birth of the child by the vaccination, by the other medicines, by other medical help, means especially vaccination. With that vaccination we can develop our immunity. That is acquired. That is called acquired immunity. So this acquired immunity helps us to keeps the immunity after the birth, means at the after birth and till end of our death. So this innate immunity develops in the baby after the birth. When the baby birth takes place, with that hereditary characters, it will gets the baby. Means that is called innate immunity. So in this immunity, in the basic concepts of immunology, we have the lines of immunity. So when we will have any problem in our body, means when we will have any cough, cold or fever, so this is called diseases. Lines of immunity. Whenever these bacteria, virus and the parasites, fungi enters to our body, the immunity forms some lines. That are the lines of defenses. Means they will form the defense mechanism. They will use the defense mechanism. So the defense mechanism fight against these microbes. So first one is first line of defenses. So this first line of defense deals with the skin. Skin is a large organ in our body. So the skin forms the first line of immunity. So the skin, whenever you will affect, means some organisms, means microorganisms infect our skin, means they will rupture our skin, they will enter to our skin first of all. So this protects our body. The skin forms first line of immunity. In our skin, we are having the mucous membrane and endothelium is present. In this endothelium, the mucous membrane is present. In this mucous membrane, the lysozyme enzyme is present. This lysozyme enzyme acts as the first acts against these microbes. So this lysozyme enzyme This lysozyme enzyme fight against with the microorganisms and viruses and fungus, and it is present in our saliva and our tears. So it prevents the entry of the microbes. So that is called the first line of defenses. It means when the microbes first attack through our skin and some other means tears or saliva, when they will enter into our saliva or enter into our skin. So they will act, means these defense mechanism acts on the microbes. So this lysozyme enzyme helps to fight against the microbes. So next one is second line of defenses. Second line of defenses. Second line of defenses. So this, when the first line of defenses, this first line of defenses fails, the second line of defenses fight against with the microorganisms. So this second line of defenses deals with the phagocytes and natural killer cells and antimicrobial substances. So the inflammation or fever occurs in our body. So inflammation, this fever when occurs, when the first line defenses are fails, they will enter the second line of defenses. So this second line of defense means the phagocytic cells or natural killer cells, antimicrobial substances defends the microbes, against the microbes. So this second line of defenses are phagocyte cells which are present in our body. They will defend against the microbes. So when the fever inflammation occurs, they will destroy them, these phagocytes and natural killer cells and antimicrobial substances kill the microbes. So this second line of defense system is not specific. When it fails, it enters the third line of defenses. When the fever inflammation occurs, this defense systems develops in our body through the phagocytes and natural killer cells and antimicrobial substances. Then they will enters into the third line of defense. So lymphatic system is present in our body, which helps to fight against the microbials. So this lymphocytes in our body, in the lymphatic system, the lymphocytes are present, and they develops the antibodies in the lymphatic system. They will fight against these microbes. So this is highly specific, and this is called third line of defenses. When the person across with these three lines, after several days it will take, and after the person gets the disease, and when these three lines fails, they will get disease. So these three lines are called defense mechanisms in our body. So next topic is the cells of immune system. So many cells are present in our immune system. First are lymphocytes, and second one are phagocytes, and third one are auxiliary cells. So these lymphocytes are present in the lymphatic system. These are very, very important cells in our body, which helps in our disease developing, these microbes. They will fight against. First they will fight against these cells. So these lymphocytes are again divided into three types. So these lymphocytes are known as the chief cells of immune system. So in intermediate syllabus about these lymphocytes, we are having 4 marks. Very, very important. This is very, very important question. So these lymphocytes are main cells in our body. So they are again divided into 3 types. First one is B cells, second one is T cells, and third one is LGLs, large granular cells. So this LGLs, they are also known as LGLs. So after that, this phagocytes. Phagocytes, lymphocytes are very important in 4 months. It will come in 4 months. So these lymphocytes are one of the immune system cells. Next one is phagocytes. So the phagocytes are divided into again 2 types of cells. One is mononuclear phagocytic cells. Second one is polymorphonuclear phagocyte cells. So third one is auxiliary cells. Auxiliary cells means the cell that helps in immune responses. So immune responses means it will respond in our blood. For example, in our blood so many cells are present. Basophils, eosinophils, so many cells are present. So in the blood the basophils are present. The auxiliary cells comes under basophils, mast cells, platelets, antigens presenting cells. They are known as APCs. Antigen presenting cells. So these are the 3 types of cells which are present in the immune system. So let us come to the lymphocytes. These lymphocytes are chief cells of immune system. Though these chief cells are means very important cells. So they are again divided into B cells, T cells and LGS. LGS means large granular phagocytes. So these lymphocytes acts in the lymphatic system. So these lymphocytes are B cells. So B cells are lymphocytes which are capable producing antibodies. They can capture the circulating antigens. So they are produced from the bone marrow. Where they are produced in the bone marrow. First of these B cells, they are produced in the bone marrow. This bone marrow, where is it present? In the bones. So they produce from the bone marrow of the adult mammals and from the liver of the fetus and bursa fabricus in birds. In birds also it will develop. So mature B cells produce various types of antibodies which are carried on the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane you know which is present in the cell. This mature B cells produce the various types of antibodies in the plasma membrane. So as these cells acts, the antibiotics and the antibodies can take the antigens. The mature B cells are also called immune competent B cells. So these B cells are very important in the antibodies. So as the antibodies can take the antigens, the mature B cells are also called immunocompetent B cells. The mature B cells reach secondary lymphoid organs and develop into the functional immune cells. These cells transform into the long-lived memory cells and effector plasma cells. So the plasma cells which are present in our blood, the plasma cells produce antibodies that is specific to the antigens. So the memory cells which are in our brain, they will store the information about the specific antigens and show quick response when the same antigen attacks the body. So the B cells structure, let us know about let us see the B cells structure. The B cells are memory cells store information about the specific antigen and show quick response when the same antigen attacks the body. This is the structure of the B cells. This is the shape of the B cell. B cell receptor. These are the sides of the B cell receptors. and it will attach to the antibody. This connection attached to the antibody. In this B cells, we discussed about the memory cells. The memory cells are the long-lived cells which are present in our body. So this is the about the lymphocytes. Next cells are the T cells. T cells. T cell means T lymphocytes. So these T lymphocytes that are not capable of producing antibodies and cannot recognize the free or circulating antigens are known as T cells. Okay, again I will repeat it. The lymphocytes that are not capable of producing antibodies cannot recognize the free or circulating antigens. So they are produced by the bone marrow. These T cells are produced by the bone marrow and they will reach the thymus gland and differentiate into the mature T cells. Okay. In the lymphoid organs, they transform into the functional T cells. It means functional T cells means cytotoxic T cells. They are transformed into cytotoxic T cells and memory cells. Okay, and in this T cells there are some types of T cells. On the surface of the T cell, certain glycoprotein molecules are cluster of differentiation molecules. It means in the T cells, the glycoprotein molecules are present. So they are known as CD markers. So based on the proteins, the types of T cells on the surface of T cell, certain glycoproteins are present. Since this glycoprotein molecules, based on these glycoprotein molecules, they are divided into two types. Okay, based on these proteins, they are divided into CD markers are divided into two types. One is CD4 plus cells, or otherwise they are known as T4 cells. And the second one is CD8 plus cells or T8 cells. These T8 cells are otherwise known as CD8 plus cells. And again they are based on the function, they are divided into two types. So T helper cells and otherwise they are known as TH cells. And the second one is T cytotoxic cells or TC cells. These are also known as killer cells. So these T cells, TH cells are having the T cell receptors. This is the structure of TH cell. So here CD4 cells also having the TC cell they are having TC cell receptors. And T cell receptors, CD8 cells, the CD8 cells are also having TC cell receptors. This is the structure of the cell, TH cell. This is the structure of TH cell and this is the structure of TC cell. So this TC cells also having TC cell receptors, which this portion is known as TC cell receptor, and they are having CD8 cells. They are having CD8 plus cells based on the proteins which are present on the surface of the T cell. Based on the proteins, they are divided into CD4 cell, CD8 cell. And based on the function, there are two types, T helper cells and T cytotoxic cells. So this C type cytotoxic cells are also known as killer cells. Okay, and this T helper cells or TH cells structure is this one, and TC cell structure is this one. TC cell structure. and they can recognize the antigen presented by the APCs. These T cells recognize the antigen. These T cells recognize the antigen presented by the APCs. APCs means the antigen presenting cell. They help the B cells in the producing antibodies and help in the producing antibodies and help the MNPs, mononuclear phagocytes. They will help the mononuclear phagocytes. And in the phagocytosis and also activate the TC cells and activate the TC cells to initiate the cell mediated immunity. Okay, and hence they are involved in the humoral immunity and the mediated immunity. They are involved in the humoral immunity and mediated immunity. Humoral immunity, mediated immunity, in the further class you will learn about this briefly. So, these T cells are also involved in the rejection of the transplanted tissues or organs. Means TH cells also secrete the gamma interferons which stimulates the such as macrophage. Macrophage means which engulfs the infected microbes. The macrophage in turn secrete the cytokinesis that stimulate the TH cells, which stimulate the TH cells. So next one is cytotoxic T cells. Cytotoxic T cells. Cytotoxic T cells, otherwise they are known as killer cells. These are CD8 plus cells and otherwise these can recognize the antigen presented by the ASCs. And they receive antigens, okay, and they are differentiated into cytotoxic T lymphocytes. They can also differentiated into cytotoxic T lymphocytes or effector T cells, which kills and lyse the viruses and infected host cells as well as the tumor cells. You know, tumor cells means cancer forming cells. Okay, they can lyse the cancer forming cells. So next one is large granular lymphocytes. Large granular killer cells form the body's most important of defense and they destroy the infected cells. So this LGLs, large granular lymphocytes, destroy the infected cells and also altered self cells and such as cancer cells in an antibody in an independent manner. So these cells, what they will do, they will destroy the infected cells and also altered self cells such as cancer cells. When it forms the tumors of the cancer, what it will do? It actives and when it will the infected cells develops, what it will do? It will alter the cells in the antibody in a independent manner. So these LGS cells are also natural killer cells. So in reaction time, this NK cells means natural killer cells is fast, very fast. They are very fast as they are always in active form. So they will always in active form and they will identify and destroy the small cancer cells before they form the tumor. So this cells helps in the cancer means the cells helps to against the cancer cells when they form the tumors and they will very fast and they will act as a infectious and they will identify the infectious agents and they will destroy the cancer cells before they form the tumor. So next one is phagocytes. So these phagocytes, based on the nuclear present, there are two types. First is mononuclear phagocytes. They are also known as MNPs. And second one is polymorphonuclear phagocytes. So this mononuclear phagocytes are histocytes which having in the histocytes which are in the connective tissue. So based on the nucleus, the mononuclear phagocytes are based on the nucleus. They are divided two types. First one is MNPs. So these MNPs are monocytes of the blood, enter the extracapillary space and transform into B cells. So and what they will do in histocytes, means in connective tissue, they will act in histocytes and in the connective tissue, and harbor cells in the liver, microglia in the brain, osteoclasts in the bone, and synovial cell in the synovial fluid. So these are the cells, MNPs, mononuclear phagocytes, which are helps in this connective tissue, liver, brain, bone, and synovial fluid. So next one is PMNS. These are known as polymorphonuclear phagocytes. These polymorphonucleophagocytes are the granulocytes of the blood. In the composition of blood, you also learn what is the composition of blood. In the composition of the blood, you will get the neutrophils, basophils, eosinophils, platelets. These are all things in first year you have learned. So this PMNS are granulocytes of the blood, and also it including the neutrophils, basophils, and eosinophils. In the blood, large number of neutrophils will be there. So the main majority is neutrophils. Most PMNS are present in the neutrophils. Next one is auxiliary cells. Auxiliary cells, the cells that helps lymphocytes. The cells which helps lymphocytes. Next are auxiliary cells. So these auxiliary cells, the cells that helps lymphocytes in the immune system. So they are called auxiliary cells. Means they will helps in the immune response. So it includes also basophils, and mast cells, platelets, and antigen presenting cells. So this basophils, mast cells, and platelets secretes the inflammatory mediators which causes the inflammation in the surrounding tissues. When in the surrounding tissue the inflammation causes this mast cells, platelets secretes the inflammatory mediators to overcome the infection in the blood. So this is all about auxiliary cells. Okay, thank you children.